might launch into an introduction to do with this then. So let's just quickly get my stuff out here. So I was playing against Milky in TNS. Milky snapped me in. Milky snapped in my Iron Fist, I think. Iron Fist was dead, or maybe I hard tagged into Iron Fist, and Wolverine was dead, and Dormammu came in. He's coming in here, and he did a mix-up with, I think he had just Doom Dante left, Magneto was dead. And basically I managed to push block with a plink dash, basically a plink dash option select, to push block the mix-up, and I stayed in the air, and I think I came down and hit him with a heavy. I think I just mashed out heavy because, as Dr. Watson's asking how much MS do I get delayed to TNS, it's usually between 85 and about 105 MS. So then he managed to put himself in the corner, I think, and I came down and I hit Doom with a jump heavy. And I think I just got something really basic like this, and I had no way of doing anything more than that. Let me just give myself a bit more meter here. So I had no way of doing anything more than that. Hitting in the corner, and I think what I did was I snapped in Dante. So I did something like this, and did a super, and went straight into snap, into him, and I think, I don't know what he did, he probably blocked the initial mix up, but I got another hit again, and it was sort of like this, where another situation where I didn't have a chance to kill or do any reasonable damage. And shout outs to a guy called Stefan Penke. I don't know if that's exactly how to pronounce that name, but like Stefan Penke or Stefan Penk. In the TNS VODs, they went up on YouTube, and he was basically just like saying, can't believe like it's been all these years, and like Dormammu still aren't using like solo relaunches and stuff like that, optimizing like losing damage and stuff. And I was like, how many Dormammus are in this video? And there's me, and I think Aces Return played one game in that VOD, and I was like, shit, I'm really getting called out like this. And I was like, what the fuck? So I commented back, and I'm sort of like pretty sure of myself when I say this, that I know a good bit about Dormammu, and I knew of lots of different types of flame carpet juggles. And I, in my sort of like maybe arrogance or whatever, thought that yes, these were possible, but you'd have to do some stuff like this to try and get some weird conversion, like trying all this type of stuff, or like getting into the corner here and then just like manually tapping a little distance away to get a weird hit. And the crux of it was, yeah, it just wasn't something that I ever thought was possible. And then I think he sent me a video with a few on there, and I was like, damn, this guy, I don't know however long ago, years and years ago, like 2013 or 14, he went through and he basically just like found all of these spacings to like, so he found like on Dante, like, okay, I'll just take a little tap back like that, and he was manually walking to where you needed to go, and I thought, that's bullshit. That's never going to work. That's complete full of shit. If you know anything about me and the way I play and the way I like sort of break down the science of training mode in this game, I like things that are consistent. I like setups that are going to work without any sort of eyeballing. If I have to walk forward for 2 frames manually, I'm never going to use it in tournament ever. So I got to thinking, like, what is actually going on here? So if I can go to Dante and I can tap back maybe and then get a juggle, or if I tap a bit further back I get a different type of juggle. Well, I thought, okay, what about if I just sort of stand here? And I thought, right, okay, not really. What about my crouch here? And I noticed I got a different effect when I just waited by standing and waited by crouching. I got a different effect. So I started thinking, what's going on here? And I started just looking at that moment there when they're bouncing. If you're stood up, you only get pushed back a tiny bit when they land and stop bouncing. But if you crouch down, you get pushed back further away. And it got me thinking. So me wanting the setups to be consistent, I started experimenting with crouching and waiting, standing and waiting, I noticed you can get different spacing off a stand medium, off a crouch medium. Oops. And these different characters getting hit in different ways by crouch heavy. But you really need to like get a delay in, a real delay there. So if I like did it, it would be like this. Oh no, shit, that's a flame carpet. Something like this. That even works for Dante. I've not even documented it just because it's so bloody hard to do. Stand S. I was trying all sorts, so I tried Liberation. That one had very few applications. Charge a spell. That one works on a few characters. There's all sorts of different ways that I was looking at these. Spell charges. Darkman. I think Darkman was one of the hardest because it's so slow. But they all push you to different spaces, and for certain characters, I was messing about with holding up forward and then dashing back. And it got to a point where I created a list, and I started documenting these ones that were well known or simple first. So these 7 to begin with: Amaterasu, Arthur, Firebrand, Rocket Raccoon, Tron, Beautiful Joe, Wolverine, and then also Virgil, who's just down here because he's slightly different. All of these characters were essentially well known. The Dormammu players knew about them, and sometimes you'd use them. We'd all seen the awesome Zach Bennett combo on this. We'd all seen, like, wow, that Wolverine was wasted. That good shit from Curly Mustache in like 2012 or something like that, 2013. It was awesome, and effectively it sort of looked combo video only-ish. Like it would give you extensions, it would give you a little bit, and you'd still see it. You see it from time to time when the opportunity presents itself, but a lot of the time it's about consistency and not taking yourself out of a rhythm and using your assists as you can use them, or doing the consistent thing rather than the thing that maybe you've done a bit of messing about in training mode. You're not going to just suddenly go for some crazy flame carpet extensions in tournament. You're going to stick to the safe stuff, which is exactly what I was doing against Milky in not optimizing my stuff. So I tried out all these things, and I realized that with all of these different characters, there are ways to do for each of them different extensions like this, and effectively reap the reward of being able to get extra meter, extra damage, saving meter in certain cases. I'll explain that in a bit. And just all in all optimizing Dormammu that little bit more, because you can't always do a confirm like that. You can't always get full jump loops, because Dark Matter is a hit and miss confirm, especially if you start trying to use it against small characters. So I created this list, and this is now, I'm going to put this in the YouTube description when I upload this video to YouTube, and it's already in the YouTube descriptions of my 4 videos on these different types. So I've already shown these off, but effectively, what I realised was this is going to get stupid. And if you look further down the list, you see all these different colours. For each different colour represented in this left column, that's a different way to actually juggle these characters. So Hulk has a different means to juggle than Spencer. Spencer juggles differently than Taskmaster, who juggles differently to X-23 and Strider and so on and so forth. But for 31 characters, we've got 4 different methods. However, all of these green methods here also work on these sort of like bluey green turquoise colour methods up here, because Ami, Arthur, Firebrand, Rocket, Tron, Beautiful Joe and Wolverine, you can juggle them however you like. So for example, if I snap Wolverine in here, you can just do whatever you want with it. You can just sort of like dash into the corner, get the juggle. You can air dash into the corner, you get the juggle. You can just time it really, really early. You get the juggle. Like, you can just do whatever you want. You always get the juggle. So all of those characters you can pretty much do with, well, any of these other ones. So the green, these characters here, Akuma, Morrigan, Storm, so on and so forth. These characters you can hit by just delaying medium, heavy S, and then hitting a flame carpet immediately. You will get then, on the right hand side here is actually what happens to the character. So on the left, this solo flame carpet relaunch. First column, I should rename it really. I probably will, actually, thinking about it. This is how you do it, and on the right hand side is how you convert that. So with Flame Carpet, there are 5 hits on it, and if, say, on Wolverine, you do a Flame Carpet, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy peasy. Whereas if you do it on Doom, for example, you will get crouch and wait. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, I think, is the last hit. Is that the rhythm of it? Yeah, so you get 4 hits and then 1 at the end. So I've sort of notified, like, in here, so for these yellow ones on the right hand side, 4 then 1, just describing how the flame carpet hits. Whereas with these other characters, you will straight up just get 5 separate hits. But I've also then, you'll notice these brackets with extra bits in, so I can do, for example, with Chris, you can just crouch and wait for the character to get spaced out, and then do the flame carpet. With these guys, you can do the method presented first, so delay, medium, heavy, yes on Captain America, carpet immediately when you land, or alternatively, you can whiff, crouch in medium, and then hit flame carpet. So, for example, that looks like this, but it won't work on Doom, I don't think. No, it gives you a different spacing. Full Force, I will put this into the video description of this YouTube video, but also, well, once I upload this on YouTube video, but I'll link it slightly later in this chat in just a minute once I've got through what I'm trying to get through here. So, I realised there, so effectively we've now got 16 characters that we can use the same relaunch on. Then I've got a big chunk of characters, what's this, 12 or 13 characters? Yeah, I think it's 13 from 17 to 29, because 17 is also a number, isn't it, in that list. So I've got 13 characters here that I just have to crouch and wait. And finally, these last two I just have to stand and wait with, and they are pretty unique characters, unique bodies. So, I was thinking about this, and I just thought, 31 characters, how practical is it for me to actually think about learning some of these? And I got down to it, and I'm looking at the characters involved here. I'm thinking, right, Amaterasu, she's good. Okay, Firebrand, good character, worth knowing on Rocket Raccoon, but these characters I already knew about anyway. But then I thought, Virgil, great, but we already kind of knew about that. Morrigan, though, boom, that's a big win. So Morrigan, fantastic. 2 different ways, 3 different ways to actually do that, and the crouching medium carpet one is the most consistent. Hagar, I play a good bit against just because of the people that I play, so that's worth knowing for me to play against Shuffle with Team KBR and Captain Joe, and then also like Jason Kido. Alright, fair enough, those are some decent characters, but then we've also got, so if I'm thinking about this, Virgil and Morrigan I've got with the same method, some slight different ones you can do with Morrigan, but then Dante, Doom, Hawkeye, Magneto, Nova, Wesker and Trish to a lesser extent, but then Zero as well. Having those characters in this sort of like first 31 characters just started. I just thought, right, well, this is absolutely dope, love it. But then we've got Strider as well, and Frank on the immediate crouch medium, like same as Morrigan, you can do an immediate crouch medium and get this, which I just thought was absolutely lovely. So there are some other ones, like they start to get a bit finicky, like these light blue ones here, Deadpool, Ghost Rider, Taskmaster, whiffing crouch heavy, that takes a lot of frame advantage, you really need a lot. Same with Viper and Spencer, you need a lot of frame advantage to whiff S. Hulk is very doable, you just charge 1 spell and then do a flame carpet. Sentinel and Shuma are completely specific and actually memorable enough in the first place that it's kind of fair enough, because with Sentinel you just dash back, and with Shuma you do an up back jump and then dash down back, and the timing is really simple. Sentinel's kind of tricky, so yeah, you're lucky there, Mundank, you're lucky that your characters a little bit specific. It's fine on one relaunch, but you can't on doing the second juggle. You've not really got enough time to delay the second series with any consistency. The first one, it's fine. The second set, it's not. You'd need an assist to extend, but that's kind of what this is for. So anyway, just to recap, left-hand column is the execution method, so what you would do. So for Dante, you would just crouch and wait for the character to get spaced, and then on the right-hand side is the means by which you then convert. So you get 4 hits of Flame Carpet, then 1, and then you hit a stand, medium, and S, which, if you bring in Dante here, it's the same for Doom as well. It's essentially just like this. Just like that, and normally I used to snap, and the reason why this is so beneficial, I used to snap like this on every character, like have to spend 2 bars to get a snap. So if Dormammu's on his own, I was struggling basically, so unless I would just instantly like boom, like that, but then you're in the same position meter wise and you've not done any damage to that character. So I was just trying to think about benefits, weighing up, because there is still it's not universal. You do have to learn some really specific stuff, but saving a meter to snap is massive. Optimizing your damage solo is massive. Like, it's so good for that. You can get a crouch heavy there as well, and then like that, like you're doing. Oh shit! How much more damage does this do, for example? So. Should have jumped forward again. Get the medium. I can get the medium 740 versus if I was just to do a straight up launch series. It's okay. Both. So it's 100k extra damage and then a whole chunk more meter. It's really nice. It's really good, and effectively there's an even bigger benefit. So in terms of like if your character is left last. And you're talking about like X Factor 3, like you can end up in a situation where you do something like this and you get one relaunch and boom, yeah, you're spending your meter, and they're definitely dead. Like they're definitely dead, but you can do so much more with this. Like you've got options. Not like that, but like you've just got options. And if you've got corner carry with this, you've got so many ways to set it up. If you've got any sort of like corner carry, oh no, I actually figured out in X Factor 3 you can get 2 teleports in there for extra corner carry in X Factor 3, but it's just very nice. You're just getting the absolute like milk out of this cow. Like you are making it happen. Like it's just lovely. So X Factor 2 and X Factor 3, you just get a straight launch out of a lot of these juggles. So you've got nothing left to do. I don't know. Which is just a big thing, I think, for it. So those benefits, the fact that I don't have to do character flame to then snap, the extra damage, the extra meter, and then the benefits in X Factor 3, X Factor 2, because there's always, because you're so fast, there's always a chance you'll get some sort of hit. Oops. There's always a chance you'll get some hit, and then you cross yourself up back into the screen. And just not really want to spend it, because the whole point of X Factor 3 Dormammu is that you get yourself on board with something that's going to chip and force their X Factor. And if you've already spent your X Factor, then you don't get a nice little, you don't get to X Factor cancel the carpet. You don't get that. The only other thing I was thinking of, on any confirm we can get a stand medium off the juggle. You can also get a THC. So you can also get a THC as well, which is just lovely. So 1,059,000 compared with like what could we do for the 2 bars otherwise. 1,059,000 versus, I can't even do a combo now. Gonna work. I hate that DHC. It's a really shit DHC. You've got to wait so long. 1,059,000 versus. Yeah, it's just fucked up. But it's less than that basically. So I really want to just like put this into play more. I have been doing it in like stuff I've been doing like privately. But I need to do it more. I think that's going to be good for the DHC. Yeah, there we go. So 1,059,000 versus 971. So like 80k, something like that difference. Yeah. So that's the gist of it anyway. So I just wanted to put a video together looking at this. The only thing I'd like to maybe show off with it, just get a few characters together. Say show off, it's pretty much already been explained, but like put it together maybe with Morrigan. Maybe I'll just demonstrate the Sentinel and the Shuma one. In fact, let's do the Hulk and the Shuma one. So Sentinel, we'll do a Morrigan. Where are we here? Morrigan. Bit of Hulk. Where is he? The little tentacle bastard. The one we don't like. Oh. I should wrap up the video because I'll cut this and put it onto YouTube stuff later. So with her, yeah, we can do delay, and you get the nice juggle that way, so you can just do a delayed air series. You can do a crouch. I think with the crouch, do I need to do a stand light medium? Let's have a look. Because this isn't the one I'd normally go for. Morrigan, yeah. So if you do the crouch and wait, you need the stand light medium S. So for example, that would be. It's actually hard. That actually is weirdly very tight. There you go. So the other one being the whip crouch medium. And you always get it. You always get it. It's super sick. I love it. Which just makes me very excited for her with that stuff. Some of this. Then extend with whatever assist you have. And then for Hulk, just need a bit of frame advantage. And you get the spell there as well. So you get the spell. Shuma. Hey up, there we go. Shuma. It should be. Watch it not be consistent now. It's part of the problem with Shuma. No, I don't want to set up a device, thank you. Whatever you're trying to do to me there. Part of this, if I just get a bit of meter on my side as well. This for Shuma. Part of the problem with him. Unless you get a really... I don't even think, can you even do it on Shuma? Can you even get a chaotic flame to hit properly on Shuma? Maybe you space yourself far away and get it first flame. It just floats too high. It's too tentacly. Too many tentacles. However, I don't think I don't think you can do two dark matters. I don't think you can do two dark matters. I think if you cancel the second one into a dark hole, it's already too late. Try that one more time. Let's just try it. Oh, you can do it. You just got to be quick. You got to be quick and definitive about it. No messing. So that's a lovely little extension, and in the exact same way, you can just extend if you want as well. And get like the full beans. Can you get medium? Oh, I tried it, but I missed the link. So that's the deal. That's the deal of what I've been like messing with. I put it on YouTube. I talked about it in the UMvC Discord a bit as well, with some dudes. I think I've done it a few times in TNS, but it goes under the radar because it just looks like a bit of nothing when you do it. And there's so much to consider when you're commentating this stuff. So yeah, that's the deal with that guy, and that's what I wanted to show off here. So that.